Hey, g'day there, hustlers. How are you going? Just thought I'd share with you some conversations I've been having with retailers lately about ways to increase your average dollar sale as another way of getting money into the business. A lot of retailers, particularly, have a set and forget sort of strategy. They set up a pricing structure, and whether it be in a food retailing business or a bicycle shop, a health food shop, but often it is a set and forget, or set and forget until you have a problem. So on a regular basis, I encourage you to do this exercise about having a look at your average dollar sale. And sometimes instead of looking across your whole shop, try breaking it down into chunks, into departments, and you'll find it's a lot easier to do this on a rotating basis. The benefits are obvious, but I think where you start is that you have to know what your average dollar sale is. I mean, that's the great place, because if we're going to implement any change, you have to see that your changes are having a beneficial effect. Otherwise, there's really very, very little reason to do it. And your subconscious mind's going to say, I told you my set and forget was okay. We didn't increase anything. So I know this works. I do it with my clients. It's quite a labor intense process, but I do work with a delicatessen who went through this process of analysing, and it's really her average dollar sale was always good. It was in the high 20s, but we finished last year nearly in the mid 40s. A great exercise. I mean, really has paid benefits, and that's a recent exercise. So here's how it works. It's really unsexy. Just get an Excel spreadsheet. If you want me to share the one that I use with my clients, just shout out. I'll just send it. But there's no trademark secret. It's an Excel spreadsheet. You dump in all the range. You dump in your cost, and a lot of businesses only have their last purchase cost, which is not ideal. But if that's what you got, use that. Then dump in your your retail selling price, RRP, and then do a division one into the other to get a gross profit. Okay, so then you've got everything in an eye shot. You can see all the range and all the little, uh, I suppose, accessories where you can make money. So that's the first step. And that's the hardest one. Um, then I want you to just scan through and see, have a look at some of the price points. So say it was $6.49. Do you think you can get $6.89 for that product? And the answer is probably yes. Uh, is it no? Sometimes price points get out of whack because your computer system is driving a gross profit, like you've set your computer system up to give you a 30% gross profit, for example. And from time to time, it'll always do that, but sometimes pricing gets $3.05. I mean, it's really silly to be 3.05, and you should come back to $2.99 or go up to $3.40. But just what I'm trying to impress upon you is just to take a moment and review by department this really simple. You may have a part of your software package, something that's going to do it more regularly. Okay, that's the first benefit out of doing it. The second, what I want you to do is put your sales numbers, your average stock turns, or some measurement on that same spreadsheet. So now we know our cost, we sell, and our gross profit. And now you've put your new selling price in. And the next column over, I'd like you to put your volume. So if it was bicycle tires, 20. If it's leg ham, 15 kilos. And then do another calculation on that. And you're going to see that the dollars that you made before your price rise was this, and now post your price rise will be that. But there's another benefit here. How much of your range isn't actually selling? How much of, now you've got this information, could you cull, could you reduce your range? Because you actually do have products there that don't sell or don't sell enough to warrant being in your range. And unfortunately, every retailer wants to be able to carry everything that any customer ever wanted. Those days are absolutely finished. I'm sorry, that strategy is costing you money, and I'll give you some examples in a later date. But average dollar sales. So we know what our average dollar sales. We've done some tweaking, and we've now got a new number. We're now going to have a look at what part of your range you can cull because it just doesn't move, or it's just seasonal. But take some action, people. It's going to, as it did for Sam, from mid 20, high $20 average dollar sale to 45s in December. So you can do this too, but you just got to have the information at hand to make some action. Now, here's the third kicker, and this, I love this strategy. It was, and I just call it my focus strategy. You've got all this information now, but you can see an item, and let me just use tomatoes as an example. So you've got Roma tomatoes, Trust tomatoes. There's probably two other varieties, but not all the tomatoes have the same return for you. So there'll be one that has the highest dollar value and the highest turnover and the highest percentage, and it might not be the one you expect. That should become your focus product. So a product that sells really well, that you make really good money on, it makes sense to try to push that a bit more. So maybe you get a shelf talker and call it great value, or take 10 cents off it and call it a special. But a focus product, you've now got information that says this item gives me a great gross profit and it turns over a lot. There might be another style of tomato that has a higher gross profit, but the turnover is a lot low. This way, on this spreadsheet, you've got that information. Hey, just before I forget, I've got a 6-week short course on a way to grow the cash in your retail business. Now, I'm going to stick a link. We're going to discuss, and I'm going to show you and teach you all of this type of stuff and a lot more. So it's a really short course. So jump on if you're in a retail business that you'd like to get more cash into it now. Like I said, we're starting in the beginning of Feb, but so mid-March, you're in a hell of a lot better position than you are today. Consider it, and let's have a chat if you'd like some more information. I'll drop a link into this on a download button. Have a great day, everyone. I hope you found this discussion about average dollar sale helpful. Bye-bye.